Hello, people of the internet. Today, I will be attempting to build a house. I did mess around before, but I could never quite get my head around building a simple house. Now, first things first, we've got to explore the pyramid. Now, we do have a weird digger thing here. I think I've collected one of these, but I'm not certain. Yeah, I have. Basically, it's similar to, I believe, the ice digger thing I found a while ago. There's a boat as well. I think I've got one of those. The pyramid, I'm not sure if there's a way in. Sometimes I think these can have treasure in, but then not always. There's a bike up the side of one. We always like to see that. And a camel. Let's ride the camel. Let's ride the camel into the kind of European-looking rainforest. Not necessarily European, but I seem to think it's European for some reason. Still, we have an apple tree. Hooray! Let's go and find an apple. What is that? I don't think it's a lava tree. I think it's just a bit odd. So we have to destroy that, I think, and then we can grab the apple with Q. And I've unlocked that. Hooray! So, I think we want to live somewhere around here. If I can get rid of that tree over there and all these other bits. Can I actually get money by destroying things? So we'll destroy all this stuff, hopefully. Mushrooms. We don't want mushrooms on our land. Just off my land is okay, but on my land, no. Also, I apparently can't control my hands. I'm just hitting all over the place. So here we have a nice little zone. And it's getting dark. And I'm on the wrong menu. But we need to create a house, I think. So first things first, we don't want to go on brick building, we want to go on landscaping. Now, there is a certain way to do these things. You have add and remove, it goes on by default. Flatten though, is what I'm interested in. So if we can make this bigger somehow. I'm just trying to look at the controls. I don't know. And that's not working, is it? Oh dear. It is on flatten, interestingly. Okay, I've already messed up. So, space or left control, is that... No, it moves it up or down. Q or E, that's it. There we go. So we can finally flatten all this land out, hopefully. Provided I actually realise what I'm doing, we can flatten this land out. Flatten right through that tree, you'll see it just goes into a weird coloured thingy on the ground. So, that's basically what we need. I think if we could lower into the ground, perhaps we could have somewhere to put our floor. So, hopefully we can use one to swap raise or lower. Yay! We've cut a shape into the ground. It's something, okay? It's something. Just get this corner. I did a thing! Hooray! So now we just have to start putting blocks in here. And we should be ready to go if we can find the right pieces. Now, I think we want a white beginning of the floor, which should work well, just as a start, and then we'll put loads of stuff on top of it. White's a good basic colour, though. So I'll lay all these down and return when I've finished. Okay, so as you'll see, this doesn't quite fit. The rest of the floor actually fits surprisingly well there. I mean, it just matches up nicely, but here we need to cut a little more away. So I'll do that, and then I'll put these pieces down and I'll return. Okay, so I think I've done what I want to. I mean, I misfilled a little there, so I've just done a really cheap job of repairing it, but here we have the very basics of my house. It's not all going to be the house. Some of it will be the front garden and stuff, but it should work for a beginning. I think we actually need another layer here though, so I'll do that and then I'll return. Okay, so there we go. Here is our little kind of the ground to build our house upon. And we could even do another layer, but that'll just bring it back to ground level, and I don't really want that. Do I? I think I'll do it in places, but then I'll have some space for a lake and stuff. So I'll return when I've kind of built up the ground a little more. Okay, so I've put 2 more of these facing that way, and then I rotated it and I put 3 across here. So that way I've got mostly a house, but I've still got a decent amount of garden space. And I think that's where I'll start working from. Okay, so I've added some pieces here to build our kind of grassy area. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use medium stone grey and some small tiles to build up the pathway. So I'll skip through this and join you when I've returned. Okay, so here I have the start of my path. I think it looks quite nice actually, but we are lacking kind of any garden features whatsoever, so I think I'm going to have a little pond here. I'll just skip through me building this. It should be a fairly interesting process, and then I'll return. Okay, so it looks like I've completely messed up my kind of pond, so I'm going to have to try again and see what I can do about it. Okay, so that's what we've got. Less interesting than I thought it could be, and I'm shuffling through the bricks with E for some reason, but I'm just going to have a kind of basic shape of rectangular lake. Or pond as it is. I think lakes are a little bigger than this. Okay, so I'm going to paint my kind of pool. This light purple colour, I believe. I forget its name, honestly. I just selected a colour and this is what it is. So that's what I'm using. There you'll see. The outside doesn't quite look right, but it will when it's done, believe me. Now there is one more thing though we need to add. If we go into the correct menu, hopefully, we'll see we need to find a appropriately sized one of these. Hopefully appropriately sized. That one's just too large. It'll make a nice bridge though. So I think these should do as a start, or 4x10s perhaps. And what we're going to do is we're going to select kind of transparent blue. Transparent light blue should do the job. Try and make it look somewhat like water. I mean, there might be a way to use actual water, but it is mainly just an aesthetic thing. It's not supposed to be an actual pond, hence why this should do the job. Now I'm going to build these up here, and then I'm going to use the tile pieces to hopefully fill it in as a kind of realistic pond. So you'll see I'm just adding these, smoothing it out. I'll do a similar thing with different coloured tiles on the outside of a pond. I mean, I could skip through this, but it's not going to take long, so I might as well just talk over it. And you'll see. It is becoming a little more pond-like. That's odd, it looks like it's joined those pieces together, but it hasn't. It's just the way it is. With the crazy transparentiness of it. I think I've got another piece there. I'll remove that in a moment. And there we go. There is our little pond in our garden, which I think looks quite nice actually. Kind of got a pinky tone to it. So there we go. Now I need to extend my path, so I'll let you watch that, and I'll just basically put it around the lake. Okay, so I've removed the grass, so I can actually have a more broad distance of walking. I don't know how to say it, but it's easier to get to the pond from whichever part of the garden you're in now. I also realised I could click and hold to drag the pieces along, but I got a bit too eager and I dragged them right into the house. We don't want that. So that's what we've got for now. Now, as for the grass, I'll add it again if I can find the actual green we need. I believe it's dark green, this one. So we just need to find some appropriately sized pieces to place here, like so. And there we go. Looks a little odd since there's no path to the other side, but I think that's a good start for our garden. I could probably have also made the underneath of a pond smooth. Would have looked a little better, but it works, you know. I guess it's more realistic structurally. So I'm going to now skip through the house, and you can watch along with that as well. So I'm going to be building my house in silver metallic colour with these special kind of wall pieces, if I can find the right key. We'll see they kind of work as a wall, so I'll just let you watch now. Okay, so here I've got the basic floor plan of my house done and can get rid of that piece. I'm going to have some quite large windows at the front here, which is why I've left spaces. Also, I have 2 rooms here, which can kind of be TV rooms, gaming room, whatever I decide. And then I have a small bedroom here, I have a larger bedroom here, and a bathroom here, designed to have accessibility from as many rooms as really possible, without compromising space we need for things like showers and baths or toilets or sinks, whatever we decide to have ultimately. And here I'm going to have my indoor swimming pool. Since I had so much space, I decided I might as well just do that. I don't have a kitchen yet though, apparently. I'll have to work on that. I mean, I have enough space to still have a small indoor pool and a kitchen, I think, in this part, so I'll keep working on it. Okay, so now I'm going to attempt to equip the kitchen somehow. Basically, I just need to find a piece that seems appropriate. These should do the trick. As simple kind of work surface pieces. They look vaguely like they have drawers on them. I know it's vague, but sometimes that'll have to do. I'm not going to actually have doors anywhere, since that caused problems before, and we don't want problems like that. I think that makes it too high, so we don't want that. We can repaint all this stuff later. For now, it's just really getting it into the house, making sure it's working. If this can go where I want it to, that would be a nice backing. There we go. And I'm in an awkward view. We need some tiles actually on top of the work surface. Could go with smaller ones. Well, then that matches the pavement outside, so we'll go with larger ones. Remove that one. And there's our very basic work surface. I might just have the kitchen open actually. I might just have that removed and just have a fridge there or something. That way you can still get around, but the kitchen is slightly larger while also leaving space for this, which is my stairs, as I didn't mention before. So I'm going to continue building the house, and I'll leave it recording for you to watch. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for today, I think. I've done the basic outside shape, the floor plan, some of the garden, and started the pool. Now, why would I need stairs? You might wonder if it's basically a one floor house, because you might want to go on the roof and get a better view. Since there's trees everywhere, it's hard to get a good view here. Quite a nice view from there though, of the Lego hills and stuff. But anyway, until next time, goodbye, until another day.